Holy shit. Diego
Fight of the year.
Lopez put fucking Jean Silva in a stretcher. Oh my god, not on a stretcher, but that first round, I'm gonna say this one time, Jean Silva, you are lucky the fight ended that way because you could have got like a couple more rounds to be like that first round. I'm not gonna lie. Holy shit, bro. Diego Lopez first round able to get full mount, and he got those his legs, locked underneath him on his backside, so he couldn't get out of it, and he was literally just elbowing the fuck out of him. So basically controlled the whole round until the end. Gene Silva was able to get out, basically just because Diego was trying to do more damage. Diego could have held that position the whole round if he wanted to, but he was trying to do so much damage that there was a little bit of scramble, and Gene Silva was able to get up, um, but not for that long. And then the second round, Gene Silva looked very good. It looked a little dangerous for Diego Lopez. He was, finding flow state. He was able to refine that TP found in the first round and those spinning elbows. But Diego Lopez, catches him being too eager along cage side and catches him with the elbow and then, beats him to death. So a good win. Good win. And, beating the most bipolar fighter I've ever seen in my life. Good win, Diego Lopez. And I think, one more fight, I honestly think he could get a title shot off that. But, one more, probably, just because they're going to do the Volk versus. I think this is the perfect time to do Diego versus Mozart rematch, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. So first off, when it comes to the fight, you said something on the pre-fight show that I loved because it's so true. There's a 5-round fight,
Yeah.
and that's something we haven't seen Gene Silva in, and we didn't because, dude, first round, what are you doing? What are you doing, bro? You don't let Diego Lopez grab you. Also, when Gene Silva was cracking Diego Lopez, people need to realize something. Diego Lopez is a zombie. He eats those shots like it's nothing, right? I'm not saying fight with your chin guard, but still. I think he knew like Gene Silva was gonna be eager and Gene Silva was gonna want to get the finish. And you see the way he set up that spinning elbow, man, just beautiful, beautiful execution. The finish was beautiful. Gene Silva punches him in the back of the head after the fight. Diego Lopez flips off the fighting nerds after the fight from the top of the cage. Like, that man is a king. That man is my hero. That man, guess what? That's a star. That's what a star does. We want to see finishes. We want to see you flip off people. We want to see you, get the crowd on your side and wear the hat and do all that. I do. Diego Lopez, love it.
I gotta ask
Gene
you a
Silva
question.
to
I gotta ask you a question
yeah,
though. So after
yes,
that
sir.
after that win, does that Diego Lopez now the biggest Mexico star in the UFC?
Yes, and that's where we're gotta. That's why I kind of want to pivot to this because you're talking about Vloev. People are throwing out Diego versus Yair. Now, Yair was supposed to be the biggest Mexican star, but then everybody found out Yair was an asshole. Great fighter, but Yair's an asshole. That is just a known fact. Yair's an asshole. And that's a great fight to make. Diego versus Yair. Even forget the title implications. Just give me Diego versus Yair in general. Like the pre-fight build-up, them arguing and talking
I mean, that's
shit,
what this fight
the
was supposed
actual
to be
fight.
anyway. That's what this fight was supposed to be anyway.
Which Yair, what do you? I got promised a title shot by Sean and Hunter after I beat Pitbull.
After I lose
Cool.
to Ortega and I beat Pitbull. Lose to
And so
Ortega.
you don't take the Noche fight because you feel entitled to a title shot. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You could have been the guy on top of the cage last night. You could have been the guy getting the crowd behind you, demanding and clamoring, we need this guy to have a title shot. But no, instead of the Brazilian guy who is now more of a favorite of the Mexican fans than the actual Mexican fighter. You played yourself, Yair. Congratulations. Because now Lerone Murphy's getting the title shot. That's a given. If Loeb deserves a title shot more than Yair, and now we're probably going to get Aljamain Sterling versus Yair Rodriguez, and Yair's still going to demand a title shot after beating 36-year-old Aljamain Sterling up a weight class. What are we doing, bro? Diego Lopez, you did your thing. Gene Silva, I don't know if he got fraud checked, but it's pretty close. Especially after he posted something today with all the damage. He's like, you can't kill me. I'll be back. People will regret. I'm like, people aren't gonna regret anything. You were number 9. You beat Bryce Mitchell. You beat Bryce Mitchell. You beat a guy that thinks the earth is flat and can't strike, bro. Congratulations. What does that do for me? You didn't deserve this fight. You were put into that fight as an opportunity, right? Because they knew it was going to sell with the pre-fight talking shit and your fighting style, and you got knocked out. If it would have gone to decision and been a war, I could at least be like, okay, cool. Gene Silva lost, but it was a 5-round war, whatever. You got knocked the fuck out the same way you were trying to knock him the fuck out. What are we doing? And now your teammates are getting knocked the fuck out too, and we're just looking at you guys like, great glasses. When are you going to put a belt on? Never? Oh, okay. Jesus, dude.
That was a good line. I ain't gonna lie. Great glass.
Great
Saying that
glasses,
though,
no belt, bro.
after this main event, who is the best? Who's the best fighting nerd? Because I thought before this, I was gonna say probably Gene Silva and probably maybe. I think after Rufy losing, after Silva losing this way, I would say Prates is probably the best guy. But who do you think's the best?
I mean, I would have said Kaio, but it's Prates, bro. It just has to be. I mean, Prates is gonna go fight Leon, and are you expecting Leon to win? A former
Nah,
welterweight champion? No.
nah.
That should tell you something. You know, you got guys like Rufy and Gene Silva who are fighting in the wrong weight class, and Kaio who's cutting weight twice in 3 weeks, right? For a title shot he wasn't gonna get. There was no shot. He was no. And then
I mean, it was
against
Hamzat. There
Imavov,
definitely was a shot. It was Hamzat,
okay, but
nigga.
my point.
It was a high chance.
Okay, cool. If Hamzat doesn't weigh in, DDP still beats him, and that's my point with Kaio. Kaio hasn't shown us anything. Let's be honest. Even Prates didn't show me anything. You beat Jeff Neal. You beat Jeff Neal, dude. Like, good win. Is it title contender worthy? No. None of them have won a fight that shows you these guys are worthy of fighting for a title. None of them. And when every single one of them has gotten a chance, Gene Silva gets knocked out by Diego Lopes. Benoit Saint-Denis steamrolls Mauricio Hufi in a fight that would have put Mauricio Hufi in that stratosphere of lightweight. And Caio Borralho loses to Imavov, right? So, fighting nerds, listen, I thought you guys were supposed to be the next shoot the box, but I've realized with camps and gyms and stuff, it's fads. It comes and goes. The only constants that will ever exist are the Dagestanis and American Top Team. The only two constants of gyms where it's like, this is such a machine that you're just going to keep churning out elite fighters, right? Other than that, it's like, this is my problem with it. Mauricio Hufi against Benoit Saint-Denis, and even yesterday, Gene Silva, right, against Lopes. You can tell that these guys only spar guys that are worse than them. They're not sparring guys better than them. They're not sparring guys bigger than them. They're not grappling guys bigger than them. When you're the biggest fish in the pond at your gym, you're going to end up getting exposed. You need to go move camps, move gyms, find sparring partners, train in a way where you're getting challenged even when you're the best in the world. John Jones was bringing in Olympic level wrestlers from Russia, right? From Dagestan and Chechnya to wrestle with him to make him a better mixed martial artist. He was bringing in kickboxers from Thailand to make him a better kickboxer. Guys that were better than him in martial arts. It's mixed martial arts for a reason. It's not just sparring. It's not just Gene Silva barking and throwing overhand elbows and shit at people in sparring. This is high-level mixed martial arts. Diego Lopes trains with killers. He might be the best grappler in the gym, but he's fighting with better boxers. He's going around training with better people. That's why I have more faith in putting him in a title shot. I had more faith last night in him beating Gene Silva. So that's my problem with the fighting nerds. Bless their heart. We're going to meme them for the rest of the year. The only one that has a fight now is Carlos Prates. God bless him. If he loses to Leon, I better not see those fucking glasses on anyone's face ever again. I need that gym disbanded. I don't want to hear shit. And Ian Gary, fuck you too, because all the shit you were talking, and then you're sitting there in the crowd with Prates and shit. Like, eat a dick, bro.